MCC Pride 22 is just around the corner, and I am going to be going over every single team's placement and game prediction in this event. So let's get started with the 10th place team, the Green Geckos, with Valkyrie, Tina Kitten, Saikuno, and Laserbeam, with coming in 10th in every single game, as they do have two new players, which haven't played in the event yet. And the two players who have played have only played in one event, which will greatly decrease the chance that this team can come in 9th. However, this team will be a very fun combination to watch, as three of the players, Valkyrie, Tina, and Saikuno, play with each other a lot. So it should be a very fun team with great chemistry. However, sadly, I don't think that they will be able to perform that high in this event. But going on to 9th place, we have the Blue Bats with Vixella, Cryptic Zeus, Dr. Gluon, and James Turner, coming in 9th in every game. As even though this is another fan favorite team, three of them haven't really played in an event in a decent bit, other than Cryptic Zeus with his MCC 21 win, which is very cool. He did place decently high though, so this team could be 8th place material potentially if he keeps grinding with the team. But I'm not sure if that's gonna happen, so they're just gonna have to stay in 9th place for now. But now coming in 8th place, we have the Llamas with Curtsy, Spifey, Punk, and Eret, with their game predictions being 3rd in Ace Race, 5th in Battle Box, 7th in Build Mart, 6th in Grid Runners, 7th in Hole in the Wall, 6th in Parkour Tag, 7th in Survival Games, and 5th in To Get to the Other Side. So this team is probably a little bit below average in most aspects of MCC. But with Curtsy's leadership, he may be able to put them up to like 7th. But I don't see that happening, so 8th place for them. Now coming in 7th place, we have the Cyan Coyotes with 5-Up, Tubbo, Gumiho, and Amesy. This is Amesy's 2nd non-canon event, I believe. Could be wrong on that. But their game predictions will be 7th in Ace Race, 8th in Battle Box, 3rd in Build Mart, 5th in Grid Runners, 8th in Hole in the Wall, 8th in Parkour Tag, 5th in Survival Games, and 8th in To Get to the Other Side. This should be a pretty decent team when it comes to team-based games. But other than that, I see him going below average in most games. I did have him 1st in Meltdown and Rocket Space Rush. So I think if those being skipped, that greatly decreases the chance of them placing high. But we'll see. They may surprise us with 5-Up and Tubbo's leadership. But going on to 6th place, we have the Purple Pandas with JoJo Solos, Kara Corvus, Captain Puffy, and Nia Chu, with their game predictions being 8th in Ace Race, 6th in Battle Box, 2nd in Build Mart, 7th in Grid Runners, 3rd in Hole in the Wall, 7th in Parkour Tag, 6th in Survival Games, and 7th in To Get to the Other Side. This team should be decent, with JoJo Solos taking more of a leadership role in this event, and after her amazing performance in the MCC 22, this team could place even higher. But I only see the games that they do well in are the ones that she like really pops off in, like Hole in the Wall, and obviously Build Mart. They should do well as it's a team-based game that I know Kara, Captain Puffy, and JoJo should be good at. I'm not sure about Nichu in it, but no matter what, they should do decent in that event. But other than that, I see them doing a bit below average in the other games. And now coming in 5th place, this is a kind of a controversial one apparently, with the Pink Parrots. Forgot their name for a second. The Pink Parrots with Sapnap, Ranboo, Crank Gameplays, and Jacksepticeye. Obviously with Sapnap and Ranboo, that duo is finally happening, which is very exciting. However, with 2 new players, I am not sure if they're going to be able to place that high, with their game predictions being 6th in Ace Race, 1st in Battle Box, 8th in Build Mart, 8th in Grid Winners, 4th in Hole in the Wall, 4th in Parkour Tag, 4th in Survival Games, 6th in To the Other Side. So obviously most games they're pretty average at, but however they do pop off in games like Battle Box and probably Hole in the Wall. Hole in the Wall is one that they could do very well in, as long as Ranboo does what he usually does, and if Sapnap can get another survival for a round. I feel like if that happens, then this team can easily get 1st in Hole in the Wall. But other than that, I just see them getting 5th because there are some teams that are a little bit more good all around. A little more good, okay. But coming in at 4th place, we have the Yellow Yaks with S Major, Green, Shubble, and Gemini Tay. When this team first came out, I thought it was going to be a little bit of a lower paced team, but looking over it, this team does do very well in most of the games, especially with their experience, which not a lot of teams have in this event. But this team should do well with the game predictions of 4th in Ace Race, 7th in the Battle Box, 1st in Build Mart, 1st in Grid Winners, 2nd in Hole in the Wall, 5th in Parkour Tag, 8th in the Survival Games, and 4th in To the Other Side. As I said, these players are very average, a little bit above average, I would say. Let's say this team is just like, there's not really that much of a weak spot here. I think they're all just kind of like close to the middle. But obviously team-based games like Build Mart and Grid Winners should be very good for them. However, PvP is not exactly their strong suit. With survival games, since there's only 8 games, we know survival games is gonna get played. So if it's not gotten out of the way early, I would probably say like about a 0% chance that this team goes to Dodgeball. However, if they get survival games and Battle Box out of the way, like in the first half of the games, I would say they have a decent shot at making Dodgeball. However, I don't really see that happening since there's no standard time. I would assume teams would want a high coin multiplier game that they could save just in case they need it. So I feel like survival games is most likely game played last. But yeah, coming in at 3rd place. This was another big controversy of who was gonna get 3rd and who was gonna get 2nd. But in my opinion, I have Orange coming in 3rd with Illumina and the Littlewood Sniffrish and Elena EXE. With the game prediction being 5th in Ace Race, 4th Battle Box, 4th in Build Mart, 4th in Grid Runners, 5th in Hole in the Wall, 2nd in Parkour Tag, 2nd in Survival Games, and 3rd in To Get to the Other Side. This team, in most games, is just like a little bit above average. There's no game that they're actually below average in. With games like survival games, they get the easy pop off in. Hole in the Wall is one that I put a little bit low, because I'm not sure how they're going to do in it. With, even with Illumina on the team, I don't know how Sniff or Elena were doing it, so I just have them come in 5th for that. But a lot of people seem to be really loving the Illumina and the Littlewood duo, but I don't really see it beating the 2nd place team, which is coming into Dodgeball. These next 2 teams with the Aqua Axolotls with Tapo, Ant Frost, Red Velvet, and Gizzy Gaza, with their game predictions being 2nd in Ace Race, 3rd in Battle Box, 5th in Build Mart, 3rd in Grid Runners, 6th in Hole in the Wall, 3rd in Parkour Tag, 3rd in Survival Games, and the 2nd in To Get to the Other Side. I see this team doing it very well in a lot of these games, with the only game that they can do below average would be Hole in the Wall. But I feel like this team will do well just because I think Tapo, Ant, and Gizzy is a very solid combination, with Gizzy probably going to be around the 20th mark, and Ant and Tapo top like 15 or top 10. But the question would be about Red Velvet. But I actually think, since he's like very close with Ant Frost, that Ant's gonna have him doing like a bunch of VOD reviews with him, which will make him place better. Because I'm pretty sure in Ant's first event, he placed like around the 15th mark when he did a lot of VOD reviewing. And I'm assuming Red Velvet is around that skill level, maybe like a little bit worse than Ant, because I don't really know. I'm just assuming, but I feel like this team is gonna have like the weakest players only placing around like 20th, which is gonna greatly increase their chance of winning. Or at least making it to Dodgeball, because the first place team we have is the Red Rabbits with Dream, George Not Found, Carl Jacobs, and Foolish Gamers, with the predictions of 1st in Ace Race, 2nd in Battle Box, 6th in Build Mart, 2nd in Grid Runners, 1st in Hole in the Wall, 1st in Parkour Tag, 1st in Survival Games, 1st in To Get to the Other Side. Some of those first places were a little bit of a stretch, like Hole in the Wall. I just thought they were like very good at surviving to the end. I feel like Jamin George can probably do that well, and Carl Jacobs, even in MCC 17, did get like 6th place in one of the rounds. And I bet Foolish is gonna do decent as well, because he's probably going to be grinding after his first event of MCC 22. But the team could easily get lower than 1st in Hole in the Wall. However, it's just what I thought. And 1st in a bunch of other games. They just seem to be the best in every single game, I'm not going to lie to you. So I was sitting 1st in the event of that. Carl, I think will do decent as in MCC 17. I think he placed around like 25th individually. And I know George hasn't gained top 10 recently, so he's probably going to get top 10 with Gene getting around that 1st mark. I think it's definitely going to be a red versus aqua dodgeball, with red most likely winning, just because, Dream and George are pretty decent at dodgeball, I would say. But that concludes it, with green getting 10th, blue getting 9th, lime getting 8th, cyan getting 7th, purple 6th, pink 5th, yellow 4th, orange 3rd, aqua 2nd, and red 1st. Hope you guys enjoyed my predictions. Obviously, as you can tell, I don't do the script beforehand. I know that might surprise you guys, but yeah. This is awkward. I'm just gonna end the video. Alright, bye.